of one of his main combos, which is forward 1, back 2 into overhead sword. That leads into a brutality, because you just have to win the round with a 3-hit combo that ends in that.
Yeah,
so hopefully you see it.
Both of them decide to start. Shufflez uses 1 bar of meter on a full screen meter burn projectile. I'm not sure if I quite agree with that.
And here comes FASOLL's pressure. Crazy stuff. And again, as we said, the jumping into jailing from the teleport. This should be a full combo, but he's going to break. He doesn't even remotely want to take that damage. Shufflez has 1 bar of meter, and obviously we might see some armor here, but FASOLL has no meter. He's jumping back to try and predict the...
He's being patient. Oh, he needs to stop using those meter on the projectile because it's simply not worth it.
But what I think is quite interesting here is that FASOLL he's actually playing the space game quite a lot. Kotal Khan, one of his drawbacks is he's one of the easier characters in the game to keep out of the, to keep away. He has, no teleport. He's quite mobile, but he's quite big. He's quite easy to keep from far away. Buzzsaw Kung Lao could probably zone him with that hat.
But we see a comeback
really
from Shufflez right
here. Here comes a full combo. Meatbun spin, lovely prediction.
Wow.
A backdash to make it whiff, and then he makes that entire comeback.
Shufflez with the comeback though. That was absolutely amazing. He had less meter, absolutely no health, but gets the full punish. Only really punishes the sweep, but doesn't need anything more from that.
He gets hit by the rest of it, and then that's minus, but not really punishable against a lot of characters.
I don't know, if you can win a round like that, you can win any round.
Absolutely. I mean, and there's the wake-up armor, like we said, and that's going to be a full combo into air. A lovely air grab to put him in the corner. And that overhead sword right there that you saw is actually safe on block. That one is not. And they're again baiting him into pressing a button and then armoring through. I love that.
FASOLL's really trying to use his stamina to get away, but he just doesn't have it because of his break.
And one more combo may take this, but Shufflez is not going out without a fight, and that will actually take the first game into the brutality. That is my favourite brutality in the whole game, and I am so happy. He doesn't even need to win this tournament now. That is my favourite brutality, and he did it. I will love him forever.
Well, you see, he's bathing in the glow right now. That glow is projected by us. Going, yes, thank you.
It was so good. I
I
love it. I mean, that was great play, though. Not only was it that immaculate comeback in round 1, but scouting the meter burn spin and punishing accordingly.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I already wrote that round off as FASOLL's. I very much thought that was it. That was done. But no, just that armor. Again, he only gets that in War God. He only gets that in War God.
And this is why so many people think that this is Kotal Khan's strongest variation. The armor is such a big deal. Not only for defense, but in situations like that where we saw where he baited FASOLL into pressing a button, put himself into a minus situation, so FASOLL's going to try and press a button, and here comes an armored launcher to chew through whatever button you pressed. It's all good. I mean, that's one of the staple parts of Kotal Khan. You can bait it, it's unsafe on block, but much like Kung Lao, it's
so is the meter burn spin, and that works plenty
exactly.
enough.
It's a read. It's a read that must be taken, and he made some really good reads in that game. And
so as looks like we're going to be seeing a rematch, a full-on rematch of what we saw beforehand.
Right.
So
is FASOLL going to bait the sword? That is the question. Oh my days! He goes in again. Doesn't quite scout the meter burn spin this time, but
he got the first hit, so Shufflez is still up on the meter, which again, when you've got the sword, that's what's important.
His down 1 is ridiculously fast, so I don't think there's any real reason that Shufflez wouldn't press a button, apart from if FASOLL's going to start trying to counterpoke with meter burn spin.
Oh, that's why he's doing it. He's doing it for the plus frames and blocks, so he can run in and do something.
I think Kung Lao may need to, as far as I'm aware, correct me if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen, but I do feel like Kotal Khan's down 1 is 5 frames.
I do not agree with that break at all from FASOLL. Well, he had no meter, he had the meter for the break, but if you've not got the health, keep the meter and use it in the next round, especially against a character like Kotal Khan.
Oh, here comes a full combo from Shufflez.
He is relentless, he is going in right
now.
Full
combo, he doesn't quite get it. He goes for the 3 forward 2s. That is a tight link after the 3rd forward 2. He may adjust next time and just go for guaranteed damage. He hasn't got bar for armor. He's going to have to take this mix-up right now. Maybe try and get a good read on his down 1 to save himself, but he's getting low-had all day. Unfortunately, the armor doesn't quite pay out, and that will be a really nice conversion from FASOLL.
He's using his down 1 really well. As soon as he sees it hits, he's going in for string, because he knows that's the advantage he's got.
Oh, a tasty neutral jump. Is this going to be a full combo? Yes, it will. Is that going to finish it? Not quite. One more hit will take this. Oh, he hasn't quite got the conversion. He's in the corner. That drop was almost costly. I mean, granted, we said we didn't agree with the break, but the break allowed that round to be won. Crazy stuff.
No, the break was the end of the first round, wasn't it?
I could be wrong. I mean, I could have missed it. Apologies if I'm wrong.
The break did cost him round 1, but round 2 was a lot stronger, and there we go. Look at that.
I really feel like Kung Lao just needs to respect that down 1, because I think Kotal Khan's down 1, I do believe it's 5 frames, and low hat is -5. So
that would make sense.
It'll be very easy for Kotal to get that down 1 after the block low hat. Unfortunately, he's just getting hit by a lot of these low hats. Trying the neutral jump to bait some kind of advancement. Ooh, really risky dive kick. And here comes the armor once again just to blow through it. That's going to be a full combo. It doesn't quite get the air grab because it whiffs.
Challenges with his jump kick. Oh, catches him. No breaker though.
Next hit should take it for Shufflez. I mean, Kotal does good meterless damage. Here comes meat burn spin. He doesn't do meat burn spin. I think he might have tried to. That's why he got tagged. Oh, that's unsafe. The slow start up on the sword. And here comes Kung Lao.
But we see FASOLL make this clutch play. He just needs to hit by one down one.
Oh, he does down one into the spin. I'm certain that's not what he wanted, but here he comes.
Oh, the comeback
wow.
though.
Crazy stuff.
All he had to do was look for the space for one down one, but as soon as he got the space, he got hit by meter burn spin.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, especially seeing as FASOLL, I think he hastily did the meter burn spin and got the down one first. That's pretty nuts. I mean, he blocked the down one, but then got hit by the spin. I don't think any player in the world will expect a meter burn spin after a block down one, so it's totally understandable that he got hit by that. But man, crazy stuff.
Oh, it was another situation if he blocked the first hit, but then got hit by the follow-up ones, which is just something that you want to make sure that you're not doing at this point. I understand it happens, everyone's human, but when it costs you the game, that's just something you have to really just get over it and just move on. Because he's moving on to the next game now, game 3, and it's 1-1 at the moment. We are tied up.
I think it's pretty interesting. I think he has gone for the same character, and he has once again gone War God.
He's changed costume though. I suppose that's something.
As we've mentioned though, like it was not Kotal Khan's fault that Shufflez lost that match, and he is more than capable of doing this. That crazy comeback in game 1 and the consistency in game 2. I mean, I think he can take this. I think if he puts his mind to it and he gets some good scouting on the meter burn spin, he should be fine.
Well, it's the spin that's going to be the problem. That's again, he starts the round off the same way. He just doesn't meter burn this time, but he does get himself first hit.
That jump distance meter burn spin.
The thing is, I would quite like to see FASOLL doing more of his zoning, because this is what Kotal Khan really struggles against.
Kotal struggles to get in. He's one of the easier characters to zone, as I said. But that's going to be a nice conversion here. You can normally get forward too, but I think he's going for consistent damage right now. And there's a low overhead. Lovely mix-up there. Again, only available in War God. Oh, it doesn't quite get the launcher. And now he himself is in the corner. This is not a great situation to be in. And unfortunately, he does drop that combo, but... Oh, catch challenge. Meter burn spin. Again, he gets the scout, but gets hit by the rest of it. That's very unfortunate. Oh, catch him with a max range.
Too far away.
When tagged at match range, unfortunately, that overhead does not launch. And that was a lovely punish with the meter burn spin. That is indeed unsafe, that overhead launcher.
It's unsafe to the meter burn spin because it projects itself so much forward. It's so quick. But he hasn't got any meter anymore, so he can throw out more of them for now.
He's getting hit by a lot of these low hats. Spending a lot of his bar on these. I mean, it's interesting. I think even on block, it's not really that beneficial. I personally would rather save the armor. And he's now scouting that overhead quite
really well.
He might have to start going for the down back too. You can do that string into a low also. A lovely armor. I mean, this man is just armoring through everything. And against Kung Lao, it's doing good for him. Again, trying to scout the wake up spin. And he does nothing. That's really nice. He's going to go overhead again. There we go. Overhead into the sword.
Shufflez mixing it up really well right now. Does just block the environment. I'm not sure if I quite agree with the meter burn. If you're going to meter burn with something or make it that's unsafe, may as well make it the spin if that's what you got.
And this is again, I've seen it time again. That might be the next round if he doesn't drop it. And here we go. And he corners him with the air grab. Very smart stuff.
Shufflez is really making the most of this repositioning that Kotal Khan has access to. It's really, really smart.
Oh, and here we go though. I mean, we've seen here FASOLL. He's getting so much mileage out of that string into low. Like normally, there's no reason to block high against Kung Lao when he's in a string because that's the only thing he can do. Here's the down one again, which I think you must respect. I think he tried to spin there. That might be why he got tagged, but... Oh, an accidental execution error, but good blocks there on the thing. He tries to counter poke with the overhead launcher, but doesn't quite get it. Has to break in that situation.
Really good break from FASOLL. Thing is, Shufflez's been getting a lot of hits, but they're just random, like sort of like, you know, away tags, so it's not really doing a lot of damage at the moment.
They're not full combos. That was a lovely touch. If we can get that more often, then we're fine. Trying to scout a lot of wake-up spins, and they are just not coming. But you know the next time he presses a button, the spin's going to come. He spends his only bar of meter on that. I'm not sure I agree, but...
Does get tagged with the very end. Again, not a lot of damage at all on that.
I mean, this can be quite tricky. He's going to try and just keep him away. And here comes low hat, and then we might see a meter burn spin here.
Oh, we need to see him start blocking that string. He's getting hit by that low consistently.
Full combo. He's going to break. He has to break, but now one more hit. We'll take it! Lovely read on the wake-up on the anti-S hat. But unfortunate, he's going to get tagged.
Quite an anticlimactic finish on the low hat, but that's all it took.
I think Shufflez is getting hit by too many of them, basically. I mean, when Kung Lao does a string against you, he's only ever going to go low. I mean, he can't, especially from those strings. The only time he can overhead, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but the only time he could go for the overhead is if he starts with the overhead. So if you block a mid, there's no reason to block high. I mean, the only thing he can do is a low. Shufflez was getting caught by so many of those lows halfway through the string.
It's just fuzzy guarding. It's fuzzy guarding it today. It's knowing what the option is and then reacting to the one that you're not too familiar with, or you know, slower. But you know, again, it was another close game. I don't really know how this set is going to go. I think if FASOLL continues to put on this pressure and Shufflez doesn't start blocking these strings low in the middle of them, then this will definitely go to FASOLL. However, if Shufflez manages to conserve his meter a bit more, I don't like the way he's using his meter bend projectile as much. I can see
feel
why
like it's not needed though.
I can see why he's using it, but using the bar on that means you don't have the bar for the sword. It means you don't have the bar closer to a breaker, which against Kung Lao, you kind of need a breaker if you can really help it.
The armor is what's helping Shufflez here. That's the thing. The armor is what's really helping him out in these situations where he's trying to counter poke with it. And without it, it just doesn't really help him that much.
So we can see Shufflez getting some early pressure on at the moment.
Here we go, both players here. I mean, he gets the first hit, which is good, which is very important. But again, he's getting tagged by that string. I mean, he's needn't getting tagged by it. There's no need for him to. But a lovely jump from FASOLL on the prediction of that down one.
Let's see confirmed with this full combo. Does drop it though, 24%, really not too much damage at all. He's blocking this really well, and the good punish on the meat bend spin.
It's quite an interesting break. I mean, I think he's confident he can win. The one thing I'd really love to see from Shufflez, if he starts throwing out the low sword, he's not really going for it that much, but unfortunately, like, FASOLL is now, he recognizes that move and he knows to block it high, and he's going to start punishing with bar. But if Shufflez starts going for the low, it's much harder, you know? You've got that option that you must respect. It's going to be quite hard for him to make a comeback, but we have seen him make a comeback before, but unfortunately it's not this time. Match point, FASOLL.
Problem is, Shufflez is significantly down on meter at this point.
It's not a great position to be in, really, but I mean, he's trying to scout. He's doing a lot of baiting, as we can see here. But because he's building so much meter through these up-close shenanigans that FASOLL's using, he always has a breaker the second he actually gets tagged by Shufflez.
Low overhead again, really good use of the mix-up. Some Shufflez goes this straight raw overhead sword. Again, we're not seeing him. We're not seeing him use the low sword at any point.
But he uses only bar of meter on the sword. Hopefully it helps him, but the armor is helping him quite a lot. And it gets tagged by the counter poke on the spin. Something he's been trying to do to FASOLL the whole set, but that's another overhead. He hasn't actually gone for the low a single time in this whole set. It's quite interesting. Oh, and he's not biting this time. FASOLL's starting to really respect that armor, and is now getting punishes. And
again with the adaptation, he was getting hit by so many of them at the start, but now he's struggling really hard to open him up with it, and the meat bend spin will take this match.
FASOLL will take that 3-1. Good stuff from FASOLL. I mean, I think one of the deciding factors there, I think, really was Shufflez using a couple of things, really. Shufflez using his only bar of meter a lot of the time, his only bar of meter on the meter burn sword, where on block or hit, it's interesting it gets damage, but